Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Coding with Ankit. Today's topic is taking input from scanner class for array, both 1D and 2D. Let's get started. Let's first talk about a scanner class. A scanner class is a part of Java util package and it is commonly used to read input from various sources including console. And some common methods which is available inside scanner classes are next line, which is used to read entire line of text including spaces, next int, next double, next boolean, and next method. Read a single word separated by white spaces. We will be using next int to create integer array, both 1D and 2D. Let's write an example for that. How we can read data from console. I will create an array, int array. I will call a separate method which will read data from console and then send as a response. We will call this array and let's create a separate method, public static int array take input, and inside this what we will do, we will be using scanner class. And to use scanner class, what we will do, we can directly create scanner class object sc new, and to create scanner class object we have to pass some sources, and that source will be system in. With the help of system in, that means with the help of console, we will read data. And now to create, let's say right now we are trying to read data for input int array. So first what we will do, we will take a size of array because we have to create an array, and based on size only we can create. So we will take input 1 int n equal to sc dot next int. We can print some log also, like size question mark. So first we will enter size, and based on that size we will create int array, int n. So you can see I'm using next int, and that will be used as a length of array, and I will return the same array. Now we have to fill all the data inside the array. Let's say you are in giving input n as a 5, then we have to enter 5 elements. For that we will create a for loop, and inside for loop we'll start with I equal to 0, I less than n, and then I plus plus. Inside this for loop we will read data, and for reading data, as we have created int array, so we will read data array of I equal to, again same sc dot next int. So as we have already taken length of the array, so based on that only this for loop will work, and then we will read that much amount of data, and that will be set inside the array, and we are returning this array. Let's print this array, and then we will check how it is behaving. Uh, for printing all the elements of the array, I'm using this utility method arrays.toString, and I'm passing arrays, so it will print all the elements inside. Let's call this. You can see it asking for size. I'm giving size as 3. Once I've given the size, then I have to enter 3 elements like 2, 4, 24, 5, 6. So you can see I have entered 3 elements, and those are inserted inside the array based on the size. Same way, let's one more thing, as we are using scanner, so instead of directly using scanner class, we can use try with, and we can keep all this code inside this try block, so that we don't have to close our scanner because once we are creating this object, then scanner will be open and then we have to manually close it. But in case of try with, you don't have to close it. So better to use inside a scanner. You can see if I again execute this code 3 1 2 3, so still it's working fine. Now let's write the code to read data for 2D array or matrix. If we wanted to read data for a matrix, then how we will read it? Same way, what I will do, I will call a separate method for 2D array. I will name it 2D, take input 2D, and we will create a new method. Public static int 2D, take input 2D. Inside this, again we will create a scanner class. Inside try with scanner, we will pass system in because we are reading data from console. So for that we are passing system in. And inside this again, now for metric, first we need to find the size of the rows, and based on that we inside each row how many column will be there, that we have to decide. So we can take both the input, but better to like right way to first take the number of rows and then later we will decide the size of the columns. So we'll take int rows sc, next int. So first we will take size of the row. Let's print this as well, so we'll know what data we are reading. We are reading rows, question mark. Once we get the size of the row, we can create the array. I will name it array again, same rows. You don't have to mention the size of the column while creating the matrix or 2D array. With that also it will work fine. If you got the row column size as well, then you can directly put this place of this blank. Now for each row, we will be looping over and we will be reading data. First we will be getting the size of the column, and then after that we will be reading data for all the columns. So inside this, row equal to 0, row is less than rows, and then row plus plus. Now let's find out the size of the column. Calls we can ask. Inside this, we will be getting calls for each rows. Once we get the size of the row, size of the column, we can set those size inside rows. So array of row will be new int calls. So for each row, now we are defining columns as well. And once we define the column, then we can read data for each column. Call equal to 0, call less than calls, call plus plus. Inside it, we'll be reading data. And then that data will be set inside the row call equal to scanner next int. And at the last, we will return array. This part we have to keep inside try block. Now let's call the second method and see how it is working. I will create 2 by 2 row, 2 row and 2 columns, so 2 by 2 matrix. So I've been passing 2 rows, 2 columns, 1, 2, again 2 column, 3, 4. I'm not printing properly here. What I can do to check all the elements, I can create a for loop, and inside this I can read data. So now it will print properly. There was that time I was printing rows, complete array, so that's why it is printing hash code of array. 2, 1, 2, again 2, 3, 4. So you can see for first row I have added 1 and 2, and for second row I have added 3 and 4. So that's about reading data from scanner class for both 1D and 2D array. Thank you for watching my video.